Anthony Adebayo. We off the record.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes.
You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo and the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.
We're different from any other sport.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B.
What's up, man? What's going on, man? My bad. I had you up here. You was about to do a show by yourself, man.
But yeah, man, you had me get off the record.
Yeah, man. What's going on? It's Off the Record. I'm Anthony Adebayo.
It's your boy Scotty B.
Hey, man. We took a week off. I think we needed it.
Yeah,
I feel refreshed. I'm refreshed.
It had been 3 years. 3
That's what it felt like, right? I mean, we might have.
Yeah, like maybe a week off in 3 years.
Yeah, that might have been week number 2. So we deserved it. And, I got a couple text messages last week saying, what are y'all doing? Where's the show? We need a break. That's all. We just needed a break. So we got a lot to talk about. The NBA draft is tonight. We got another battle tonight, a rematch. We're gonna have 2 people on for trivia, so they're gonna try and beat the clock. But I guess should we start NFL, NBA? Where you want to start?
Let's start with the NBA.
All right.
The NFL, we might get into that a little bit, but the Houston Rockets, man. What do you make of all that? James Harden wants to go to the Nets. Wow.
So he turned down $50 million a year, right?
I know.
And initially, when I first heard that, I said, "Oh, he the winner of the week." But then I was thinking, like, we give, not us, but people give athletes so much grief on being greedy and just taking the money. And he said, "I don't need the money." And then I sat back and thought about it. I was like, well, you already make like $40 million a year. So it ain't that serious to like, let me not get crazy now. $8 to $10 million a year is significant. But I mean,
he's made so much money. Not that $50 million couldn't hurt. And I guess what he's looking at too is if he does get to Brooklyn, the money that he'll recoup in sneaker deals and just and endorsements alone in New York, you make all that money up on the back end. I just don't I don't see it.
You don't see what?
I don't see the Rockets making that deal. I think that the Rockets hold all the leverage in this. They don't have to trade them. Mm-hmm. They got him under contract. They feel like they want to get some sort of equal value for him by him just saying, okay, that's the only destination I want to be traded to. Mm-hmm. Then what that does too is it limits the Nets don't have to throw the kitchen sink at the Rockets to get them. And I'm sure the Rockets are thinking, well, trade us Kyrie Irving, and then the Nets are like, nah, we're not doing that. We want Harden, and we want to give you Spencer Dinwiddie and some of them other guys that are good, but I don't see the Rockets getting back equal return on it.
Yeah, and that's going to be tough. I mean, I think everybody was thinking some sort of big 3, but you're gonna have to if I'm the Rockets, now you gonna give me the kitchen sink, and I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I can see 4 first rounders, LeVert, Dinwiddie, and maybe somebody else. You know, you might have to give up. No, well, they're not gonna give up Joe Harris. I think they're gonna because they're gonna sign Joe Harris because if I'm not mistaken, I think he's a free agent. So they're gonna try and keep as many shooters as possible. But if you give up LeVert, Dinwiddie, maybe another guy, maybe Allen, and 4 first rounders, I don't know.
You've changed my perspective a lot. I think if I'm the Rockets, I do that deal. Because if you get all that from Brooklyn, and then let's say you trade Westbrook to the Knicks, or you trade him to Charlotte, or wherever you're going to trade him,
and some more,
then you get more pieces, and you get to recoup and possibly repair some of the mistakes that well, I shouldn't call them mistakes, but some of the decisions that the previous regime did.
right?
And you give the coach somewhat of a fighting chance, because right now the way things are looking, Harden and Westbrook, I mean, yeah, they'll go through the motions and they'll play hard, but if you're a new first-time coach, that's not an ideal situation you would want to walk into, where you've got 2 disgruntled stars that really fit into. I'm not going to say they only fit into the scheme that they played into last year, but I think that they're both ball dominant guards, and I think that they're better separate than together. I think when they're together, one of them is having to take like a little bit of a back seat to the other one, and we saw it a little bit with Westbrook last year, to where it was like, okay, this is Harden's show. Even though I'm still putting up 27 and 7, I'm capable of giving you a triple-double or giving you 30, but I've got to share the ball with another ball-dominant guard. So,
yeah, and you know, they say they still friends, so that's a good thing. Do you think if that happens, if Harden ends up in Brooklyn, can that work? Can they make it to the finals? Can they win the East?
oh yeah, they'll win the East, but I don't know if Steve Nash and D'Antoni are the right coaches to bring those egos together, because what's going to happen if they all come together, they're ultimately all going to have to sacrifice some part of their game. We know that Durant is capable of doing that. Kyrie to the extent, because he played with LeBron. But Harden is walking into a situation where he won't be the best player on that team. Well, I don't know. Do you think he is the best player? Because that's debatable now, huh?
It'll be KD. KD will be the alpha. Will he act like the alpha? We don't know. But KD will be the alpha.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So let me ask you this: is Durant, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry a bigger 3 than Harden, Kyrie, and Durant? Like, which 3 would you rather have?
Say that again.
So which 3 would you rather have? Would you rather have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Durant, or would you rather have Durant, Kyrie, and Harden?
Oh no, give me that's easy. Klay, Steph, and KD all day. Yeah. Because so here's the thing. The reason why is because we've seen it already. You know, we know that Steph and Klay will. You don't have to worry about them just dribbling all day and then passing. You know, or not even passing. You know, but you don't have to just take pictures with Steph and Klay. Klay don't dribble anyway. I mean, Klay can score 30 taking 4 dribbles. So, you know, Klay, Steph, and KD over Harden, KD, and Kyrie.
Yeah, I will have to agree with you, but the more I think about it, I think initially, and this, hear me out on this. My initial thought process was Kyrie Irving and Harden in the same backfield. I mean, not backfield, but backcourt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're both ball dominant guards. But then the more I think about it, I'm like, it can work. And if they do pair up, the East is in some trouble. I know we're going to talk a little bit about what Milwaukee did, and yeah, they improved, but that is a back page story compared to if the Brooklyn Nets can pull off getting James Harden.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not enough, and I'm sorry to Bam and the Miami boys and all that. They don't have enough either. That becomes a game changer if he goes there.
It'll be tough. It'll definitely be tough. I can't really disagree. I can't disagree, man. I think that we got Just here. He say Harden won't work in Brooklyn. And so I think defensively you're giving up a lot, man. I mean, because some of those other guys, they're not getting paid. That ain't but I think that with defensively is where it's gonna, because we know all three of them are walking buck. All of them can score in their sleep. We don't have to worry. Offensively, they're gonna score 140 points, and it won't even be a problem. The problem is defensively, and then the problem is will Harden and Kyrie, will they mesh? How will they mesh? How will they get along? I think we've kind of seen Harden, KD deal with Westbrook. He's dealt with Steph, Clay, Draymond. He's dealt with all of them. And it's like we know KD won't be the problem, but those two, like you said, they in the backcourt together, and they both are ball dominant like crazy. So it's
both are divas in their own rights.
Absolutely.
Kyrie's had his issues, and then Harden. As great as he is, because he's a walking 38 points. Mm-hmm. He really has not been able to make anything work other than when he was with OKC early. Him and Dwight Howard, that didn't go well. Him and Chris Paul, that didn't go well. 1 year later, despite and this is a little bit unfair because I feel like they're within reason for requesting trades, but regardless, it still didn't work. I think people had higher expectations for him and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, but I think those expectations walked out the door with Clint Capella because they didn't have no bigs.
Oh yeah, that was the dumbest.
Yeah, they didn't have no bigs. It was that small ball didn't work. So and we'll come back to Brooklyn. So Milwaukee got Drew Holiday from New Orleans, and with this roster right now, you got, and we just talked about Brooklyn. Can Milwaukee make it to the finals with this roster as they are right now?
It's too early to tell, and there's still more moves to be made. So hear me out on this, right?
Okay.
I feel Milwaukee and what they did.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Giannis and looking like, okay, they gave a better effort than they've been doing in the past. Mm-hmm. Drew Holiday is one of the most underrated point guards in the league. He's an underrated player. But they really didn't do too much. You know what I mean? Like they upgraded their point guard, but I don't know if it's as much of an upgrade as people are making it out to be. I think it's an upgrade, but I don't know if it's a game changer. Because you still got Middleton. You got Brook Lopez, which that's pretty good. You've got some pieces on the bench, but what you've added is a guard that really doesn't have that much playoff experience himself. You know what I mean? The guy that they got from Sacramento, he hasn't been in the playoffs. So to me, that's what that team was lacking is the killer instinct and the ability to close. It's too early to say if Drew Holiday isn't that veteran point guard that brings all that together. I personally thought that they should have tried to make a move for somebody like Chris Paul. And I'm not saying it's a bad move. I'm just saying that Giannis needs that bulldog with him. He needs that killer. And we'll see if Drew Holiday is enough. Does that move, if I'm Giannis, make me sign an extension? Absolutely not.
All right, that was going to be my next question. If you were Giannis, would you sign the extension?
I gotta wait and see how it gels.
It would be. He'd be foolish to sign the Superman, even though that's a lot of money. But you can still wait. There's no rush to sign that deal. You know what I'm saying? Because you sign that deal this year, and then y'all end up losing in the first round, and you stuck there for another 5 years or 6 years or whatever it is. It's like, nah, I would wait. You know, you still got the whole season, and you got next season. And I'm Giannis. I'm waiting. And yeah.
No, I mean you nailed it. I mean, pretty much just like it's no rush for Houston to make the trade to get rid of Harden. There's no rush for Giannis to sign. He's got time. Hopefully, you know, they pulled out all stops like they should have been. He's a once in a generation talent, so you know you gotta try and keep him. But he shouldn't be tied to that. And something I wanted to bring at you too, though.
Okay.
What do you think Westbrook for John Wall?
And you still keep and Washington is still keeping Bradley Beal?
You still keep Bill.
What else is Houston getting in the deal?
It sounded. I mean, I'm sure they'll add in a couple of pieces.
Because I say this, just player for player, that's a bad deal for Houston. Player for player, that's not a good deal for Houston because you don't know what you're going. You don't even know if John Wall is going to be healthy for the season.
Well, the videotapes I've seen, he looks good. He looks good. He was out there giving Kyrie Irving fits. He looks good. He looks really good. I'm actually excited to see him back on the court when everything starts. He looks good. And if
this is before or after he was throwing up the gang signs.
It's after. You know what? If he comes back. And he plays like he was playing against like Durant, Kyrie, because you know all those boys they're out of LA right now. They're all working out and they're all and Harden too. He's right there with them. If that John Wall can come back, he can throw up all the gang signs he wants. Should know what they mean. Should know what they mean. If you know what they mean, shame on you.
All right. So I mean, if John Wall is healthy, if John Wall is if he's legit healthy, then that's a good trade. That's a good trade, but you got to be healthy, man. I think that's the biggest issue because when he was healthy, he was clearly the number one on that team. I mean, they couldn't get past the second round, but you still saw the potential with the Wizards. You know, you saw the potential with the Wizards. It's just, you know, injuries and all sorts of crap that you know, coaching and all of that. So
the only thing is will it hinder Bradley Beal? Because you know,
no.
Okay.
No, I think I do think that Bradley Beal will work well with Russell Westbrook. I think that would work better than Kyrie and Harden.
So Chris Paul to the Suns. What did you think about that?
I think that is it's a good move. It's a good. I personally feel like people are blowing that trade up to more than what it really. So the Suns were great in the bubble. They didn't lose a game in the bubble, and they look good. They looked like they were like missing a piece, right? So you bring in Chris Paul, who has been working with Devin Booker already, and it's like that's a vet, that's a leader, but I don't think that's getting them to the top 4 seeds in the West. Maybe not even the top 5. Maybe not even the top 5. Now, will they make the playoffs? Yeah, and so if that's the expectation, but people, it looked like some people was expecting them with that trade or with them getting Chris Paul to make it to the Western Conference Finals, and I don't think that's the case. I think they're going to be no higher than a 6 seed.
I think a 6 seed is generous. I think for a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 10 years, just making the playoffs is a step in the right direction. They got pieces, but they traded a lot of their pieces away to get Chris Paul. So you got a draft tonight. It's still going to be other trades. Right. I like the deal. I thought kudos to them for pulling the trigger and getting Chris Paul some help. I mean, not Chris Paul, but Devin Booker some help. I think it's sort of the same situation that we're seeing with Milwaukee is, how much talent are you trying to put around it? One thing that we've seen consistently in basketball is a lot of teams have been trying to build through the draft. And they keep saying, oh, yeah, we're young. But you can't be young forever. Right. I look at the Knicks. I look at Phoenix. I look at the Kings. I look at teams like that always have these high lottery, Charlotte, always had these high lottery picks, and they just don't get better. So the Wizards, to an extent, they've had a few good seasons in there, but for the most part, they don't invest in going out and getting that veteran star and mixing it up with draft picks and
I agree.
Bringing in like a veteran. The Knicks, I keep saying it, they need to pursue Russell Westbrook. They haven't had a star in a long time. And they need more just to be more.
I don't know if Russell Westbrook is the one that they go get, though.
Well, maybe.
I think because it's going to cost them too much to get Russell Westbrook. I think you go get, we just talked about, but I think you go get John Wall. Because he's big enough of a star. He's big enough of a star where you can attract more pieces, more vets or whatever. And I tell you what, the Knicks, they have 2 first-round picks today. We'll see what they do with those, but go get John Wall. I don't know if they have the assets to get John Wall, but I will go get John Wall because there is not that much expectation with John Wall. It's not like he has to bring the city of New York a championship. It ain't that type of expectation. But you get John Wall, you can get another guy. I would say go get John Wall. Should bring in his college teammate and bring it and get Boogie Cousins and see what you can do.
Well, look,
that would bring some excitement. You will wear Knicks hat again.
I will. I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying. I think you're dead on. Do something. Do something.
I think it was a start.
John Wall, it was a start, but hopefully it feels like it's something different going on in New York. But I've seen this movie before. Like I can see them moving up to the 23rd pick and picking somebody that nobody has heard overseas. And what I would like to see them do is couple both of those picks and get a better pick and go after whoever you want. Go after somebody. Maybe you couple and you talk to the Warriors and you say, here, look, you really don't need that second pick, but here's 2 other first rounders, and you go from there. And you
but do they really need? Maybe they don't need a second pick though. Maybe that's the problem. We always want them to have a high draft pick, and that's not what they need. Maybe it is getting like some vets, to not some scraggly vets, like some I don't know, but get somebody like a John. I say keep the picks. I don't say trade those 2 picks and get the number 2 pick, because we've seen that I think the best draft pick they had in the last 10 years has been Porzingis. He's actually the only one that really panned out.
RJ Barrett.
They got rid of him. Huh?
RJ Barrett.
RJ Barrett, yeah. RJ Barrett is solid. But he's only been in the league for a year, so we don't really know. So I do want to get this real quick. Yeah, I want to get to this real quick because Corey said name 5 teams better in the West than Phoenix. And that to me, I think that's easy. I think Lakers.
All right, go ahead.
Like Lakers, Clippers, Warriors, Dallas, and Denver. And you can even add Utah in there.
I would go Portland. I would take the Warriors out. And I
don't think Portland's going to be a top 5 seed this year. I think they're going to be right where they were. Well, I don't think they're going to be an 8 seed, but I don't think they're going to be a 5 seed. I mean, a 4 seed, a 4 or 5 seed. 6, 7, 8. I think that's their ceiling. I mean, it is where Portland is going to be Portland. And the good thing about Portland is if you're a coach there, you could be a 5, 6, 7 seed every year and you'll never get fired, So
let me ask you this: the number 1 pick is going to Minnesota tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They've got an opportunity. Last year, they only played Russell and Towns only played 1 game together. That's supposed to be a good pairing. And then you add that with whatever they want to do.
Edwards.
Where do you see? Yeah, where do you see them?
They can make it to the playoffs. I can see them in the playoffs, and that's going to get rid of 1 or 2 playoff teams from this past, because it's going to be an overhaul. Because Phoenix should make the playoffs. Minnesota has a possibility to make the playoffs. So, I think Minnesota can make the playoffs, but then who's gonna be out of there? Even New Orleans might even make the playoffs.
I'm gonna tell you a team to watch next year is the Hawks. The Hawks have been quietly accumulating pieces. I don't know how Gordon Hayward is going to work if they're able to pull that deal off. But with Capella and the guy, I keep wanting to call him Collins, but there's
Collins. It is Collins.
Yeah, Collins. Okay. That pairing with Trae Young.
And they got old boy from UVA. I can't think of his name right now, but he was their best guy 2 years when they won the championship. So I say this. I say things are gonna look a lot different coming to postseason next year. It's gonna look a lot different, man. There's gonna be some teams that's gonna disappoint. There's gonna be some teams that overachieve. And I think that Minnesota can be one of those teams that overachieve.
So I got one question to ask you. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, but we haven't talked about it on air. The Michigan Wolverines, do you extend Harbaugh next year?
Nah, man. I don't go to the NFL. Nah. So he got 1 year left, and especially in college football, in college sports, you got 1 year left. You ain't getting nobody. You ain't getting no recruits because they don't know if you're gonna be there or not.
I've been extremely disappointed with the job that he's done with the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he.
It's crazy, man.
I don't even know if he even. Well, yeah, he'll get a head coaching job.
Oh yeah.
So I keep hearing they want to give him that Bears job.
They can have him. I don't care. It's time for him to leave Michigan. It's time for him to leave Ann Arbor. It ain't work. It just at the end of the day, he honestly, if he beats Ohio State, that's the crazy thing. He and this will be the year he'll beat Ohio State, and but don't have really nothing to play for. It's crazy, man. Yeah, this will be the year, and then they're gonna give him this big old extension, and then we'll be right back where we were. All right, let's get to the old school. I forgot. We in the studio, yeah. The winner of the week, man.
No, you're a winner. No, you're a winner. No, you're a winner. No, you're a winner.
All right, so my winner of the week this week is William Dean. For those of you that don't know who William Dean is, he's the lawyer. So if you don't know the story of DeAndre Baker, he was a Giants player that was accused of robbing 3 people with another player. And the charges this week ended up being dropped because they seemed or appeared to be falsified. And basically, William Dean was the other lawyer that was trying to extort DeAndre Baker. And I just thought that it was just a terrible story all the way around, that people would accuse somebody of that. Because if you think about it, like DeAndre Baker, he got cut. He's not playing this season.
Well, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because of these allegations. And I just, when I found out that they were lying and they had to recant their statements and, they stirred up this controversy for nothing. That is definitely my winner of the week, man. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I agree wholeheartedly. I think that that guy should be punished. He should, like, to the fullest extent of the law. And luckily, those things happen. Baker did sign with Kansas City. So, I mean, you go from the Giants to the Chiefs. I mean, unfortunately, is the road you had to travel, but I think he's probably gonna get a Super Bowl ring, and so, but that's unfortunate, man, and that's the bigger issue is that's what these professional athletes have to go through. And I'm sure there's a bunch of stories that haven't even come to light yet because that person hasn't finished extorting them and they're still getting money from the athletes, and it's unfortunate, man.
He tried to extort them for $266,000. Like, my God,
that's crazy. So, yeah, that's absurd, man, and that's still a lot of money, but why? It come on, man, it's just it's crazy. So, Scotty, we got let's get to the gaming part of our show today. We got we're gonna bring on somebody, so we're gonna play Beat the Clock. We're gonna bring on Velafonte. What's good, man?
What's up, fam?
I'm talking about bang bang nine again.
Bang bang.
Bang bang nine again.
Bang bang.
All right. Oh, okay, guys. All right. So what we got? So what we're doing is we got 5. There's 5 questions. You got 30 seconds per question. To get it right. You get 3 right. You get at least 3 right. You get a hat. You get 4 right. You get an off the record shirt. And if you get all 5 right, you get a gift card and off the record shirt. And probably the hat. We might throw in a hat because I don't know if anybody's gonna get 5.
So I want to tell you, Vel, Ant asked me all these questions. I think you can get them all.
Okay.
So hey, all right. So I'm gonna start.
We're doing 30 seconds.
30 seconds, yeah. So 30 seconds. All right.
All right.
So time is gonna start after the first question. All right, you ready?
Oh yeah, let's go do it.
All right, first question. How many black quarterbacks are in the Hall of Fame?
Wow. One.
All right, ding, 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 ding. All right, that's one right. That's when you can stop
Warren
the clock.
Moon.
Okay. Warren Moon, absolutely. All right. Number two. This would be easy for you. Give me the top 5 picks. Give me the top 5 picks for the 2003 NBA draft.
NBA draft?
Yeah, NBA draft.
LeBron James.
Uh-huh.
Carmelo Anthony.
Uh-huh.
Darko.
No, hold on, stop
I gotta have it in order?
Yes.
Okay, so LeBron.
I continue the clock.
Darko.
Uh-huh.
Give me Carmelo.
Uh-huh.
D-Wade and Bosh.
It was Bosh, then D-Wade.
D-Wade.
It was LeBron, Darko, Melo, Bosh, D-Wade. I look. I
We're gonna some more time. We'll get through all the.
Hold on. So, and this will give you a half a point if you give me who was number 6.
Number 6 in that draft?
Yeah. 10, 9, 8, 7.
I'm not. Nah, I can't get it.
4, 3, 2.
He got me there too.
Yeah, he got me on 6.
He got me on 6.
It's Chris Kaman.
Chris Kaman.
What was that? What number was that? That was number 2, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you got one right. You 1 out of 2. All right. Who was the last team to have a starting black? Who was the last team to start a black quarterback? That should be easy.
What, in the NFL?
Yep.
Oh, the New York Giants.
All right. So you got 2 right. All right. Because now so you 2 for 3. All right. Who is the last college basketball player to be on an Olympic basketball team? Who is the last college basketball player to be on an Olympic basketball team?
Christian Laettner.
What? Wrong, man. The last one was Emeka Okafor in 04.
No, you're wrong too, buddy.
No, I'm not. Who?
I thought Anthony Davis was on the Redeem team in 2008.
He was in the league already.
I don't think he was drafted yet.
He was in the Olympics is in August, man. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, well he had to be drafted. He hadn't played yet.
I think
He hadn't
played yet.
Yeah,
I
but
thought in 92 they took trolls all the way. But you got
nah. All right, so this is the last question. And
It's for the hat.
This for the hat. All right. I got one for you. How many sports did Scotty play in high school? Time starts now.
Oh.
Where the clock at, Scotty?
Now I'm gonna let him take all day on that.
In depth. I want to say he played, by the looks of him, I'm going to give him 3. Football, basketball, and track.
That's correct.
That is correct.
That's correct.
All right, so
Thank you.
so you get a DC United's hat.
DC United.
All right, hey, Vel, so hold on, because we got somebody else that wants to play too.
Okay.
So we're gonna get you straight.
Okay.
Yo, Ant, did you even know that? You knew that?
Yeah, I knew that. We talked about it before.
Okay, I didn't know you knew.
All right, so that was good. So so we got somebody else coming on. Hold on, let me get Corey up in here. True Blood was good. There we go. My cowboy. See, look, I ain't doing this on purpose. I promise you.
We hold it
good,
strong, man.
All right, so I don't know if you heard the rules. You got 30 seconds. There's 5 questions, 30 seconds each. If you get 3 right, you get a hat. If you get 4 right, you get an off the record shirt. If you get all 5 right, you get money, a shirt, and a hat. All right. All right. So,
easy questions.
Huh?
The easy
I
ones.
think you can get them. I think you got him.
All right. So the first question is how many first round picks has Aaron Rodgers thrown to since he's been drafted?
None.
That's right.
First
That's
round
right.
draft, none.
Yeah, that's right. That's
He
right.
doesn't have no first round receivers.
Huh?
That's what they say. He ain't had no top tier receivers, but he still
Right.
got the job done though.
All right. What school has the most active NBA players?
College, high school.
No. Yeah, what college? I don't.
Active NBA players.
Uh-huh.
High school.
No, college. What college?
I guess you can't count Oak Hill, huh?
No, what college has the most NBA players?
Yeah, I know. That's a good JUCO.
How much time is left, Scott?
It is 9 seconds. I had stopped it.
Oh,
Duke.
okay.
I guess I'd say Duke.
Duke. Duke is number 2. Kentucky's number 1.
I was gonna say
Kentucky has 29. Duke has 24. So you got one right. You got one wrong.
But just ask the questions. Spend the time.
All right. This should be a good one. What athlete has won a Super Bowl ring and an Olympic gold medal?
Super Bowl ring, an Olympic gold medal.
Yeah.
Damn.
How much time is left?
Now, it's just suspended time. I would just ask him.
I don't know, man. I ain't got no good guess.
You gotta give a guess.
Olympic gold medal. I don't got nobody good.
All right. So you got that one wrong.
Yeah, I ain't got
Flip it
nobody.
blank. Tony knew. Bob Hayes.
Bob
He played for the
Hayes.
Cowboys.
Yeah, he did.
All right. So how many is that? How many is that? You got
That
one
was
right,
3
2 wrong.
questions. Yeah.
All right. So question number 4. Of the top 10 NFL all-time rushing leaders, how many are in the Hall of Fame? So of the top 10 Hall of Fame, of the top 10 NFL all-time rushing leaders, how many are in the Hall of Fame?
Let me see. You got
15 seconds.
all right. I got Emmett in there.
You got 10 seconds.
I want to say 2, 3. Give me 6.
You was close. It's 8.
Dang.
The only two that aren't in there are Frank Gore and Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, because they still playing. Yeah.
All right, so last question. Warren Moon was the first starting quarterback for 4 different teams. Name them.
Damn. Warren Moon. I was born in 86. Shoot. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get that one wrong too.
You don't know any of the teams he played for?
Yeah, you know some of the teams, though. You may not know all 4.
You gotta at least know the first one. So every team he's played for, he's been the first starting quarterback. He's the first black starting quarterback.
Yeah, of course, yeah, that's for sure.
So it was the Oilers.
Okay.
The
They're not
Vikings.
even a team no more, man.
Yeah, but they was there. It was the Oilers, Vikings, Seahawks, and the Chiefs.
All right.
So, all right. Well, you ain't win this time. You know, next time.
When he played for the Chiefs, though, I missed that one too, True Blood.
He played. That was the last team he played for.
I remember the Seattle years, but I don't remember the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, I want.
What is he backing up Joe Montana or something?
I want to say no. It was after Montana. It was after Montana. But yeah, he played. You know how it is, man. They on their last leg, and hey, man. He was good for the Chiefs, though. It wasn't like he was like terrible. He was good for the Chiefs. So, all right, Corey, man, we appreciate you.
All right, man. Appreciate
you. We'll try to get you on here next time. Maybe you can, All right. All right. So I mean, he tried. You know. So we gonna Vel got how many did Vel get? Vel got
3.
He got 3. So far, Vel has gotten more than anybody else. And we'll get him his what do you call it? His DC United hat. But so we got the battle coming up tonight, and it's a part 2. We're gonna get Fate and Marcus up here. I think Fate's here. You know, let me bring Fate on. You know, Marcus will come in when he can. Fate, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's happening?
Man, like he's ready to battle. He's got body on. He looks like he is about his business today. All right, so Fate, I want to tell you something. When I woke up this morning and I saw the rules that you guys were being battling the 10 categories, I was a bit concerned. Are you ready for the 10 categories?
I have to be ready. I don't have no choice. I can't complain about it, even though it was something that I woke up to myself. I didn't even know. You know, but I mean, hey, life is about rolling with the punches. And I know if I were to say something, Chink would be like, oh, well, look at him. He ain't a good competitor because he can't do 10, you know, so I'm just not going to give him that.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. That is tough. I advocate for the underdog in this.
See, Ant doesn't factor in things like I'm a single father who had the kids and got to make sure that the TV's on some cartoons and make sure they occupied or come and interrupt me. You know what I mean? Then I got to prepare for 10 questions. But again, you know, he doesn't know these things. I just want somebody else to know these things.
Anna's a father of 4 and hosts so many radio shows and networks and battlegrounds.
Does Ann have help?
3 jobs, coaches. Oh.
Do I have help? What do you mean? Do you have help?
I don't.
So, I mean, help as far as what?
Well, I mean, when I got him, it's just me. I'm out in Arizona. I don't have no family out here.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, listen. I ain't dad of the decade. I mean, I don't know.
Some people know, some people don't. Some people don't, some people don't. I just, you know.
Hey, listen, man. Listen.
It tells the story better, right?
I might get that on the dad of the decade.
Hey, listen, Fate. Here's my thing. You have experience in this. You know, I feel like you're prepared for 10 categories. You're prepared to go 10 rounds, 10 categories because you have that experience. Am I wrong?
I did it once.
And how did you do?
I won. It was hell. It was hell. Because so I'm not used. It's not like I'm not used to, you know, stipulations being added at the last moment, because that was at last moment stipulation as well. I didn't even prepare for it, and you know I came out victorious. But this is Chink, man, and I respect the game. I respect the game. I know what I'm up against. I'm hoping that the songs that I've put together match up, so I don't have to do too much searching for other songs.
So I do have a question for you. How do you prepare for categories?
You don't.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm gonna tell you what I'll tell you what I did. A little insight. I watched a couple of the last battles that were R&B based and listened to the questions. I don't know if Anthony keeps a track of the questions that he's asked. So sometimes he might go to some questions that just come straight to mind. I have a feeling he's not going to ask the question that he asked in the previous, because I'm sure he doesn't want to sway. But if he does decide,
I'll be prepared for everything, baby.
I'm just saying if you do it, I'm ready for that one. I'm ready for that one. That's a win already. We can 1-0 that one.
Hey man, one thing I love about Fate, man, he is a competitor. He's a good sport. There's really the categories are the categories, right? And but aside from that, there aren't any stipulations or he doesn't have to worry about cracking an egg over his head, or he doesn't have to worry about not being able to battle anymore, or whatever truth or dare type thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, so, I get you, but this is Chink versus Fate Part 2, though. I mean, it doesn't need any stipulations. It doesn't need any hype. It brings that hype with it. The names are big enough.
So I do have one question for you.
Yeah.
So you're the person you're battling. He specializes in the 70s. If he takes the battle to the 70s, do you go there with him?
No. No, because the thing is that everyone that he battles against, it seems like he dictates to them. He's not going to dictate to me. All right, I'm going to make a decision on what I want to do. I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm not playing songs just against him. I'm playing songs for the judges. So you know what I mean. If the judges, sometimes the judges are going to be like, "Man, I'm tired of this Steve Harvey in the Morning selection that's being played here, man. I want something more upbeat." You know what I mean? And I'm just hoping that I can play to my audience, also play to the judges, and we'll see what happens, man.
All right. So I'm ready, man. I'm ready, and we don't know where Chink is at the moment because he hasn't checked in for the pregame. I don't know if he's trying to play mind games. I don't know what he's doing, but I take it personal when we invite somebody on the show and they don't show.
Good. You should be a judge.
Look. Oh, look. He must have heard me. There you go. Hey, I just for transparency, Marcus, I was disappointed because I said, I don't like when we invite someone on the show and they don't show, and immediately, you showed up.
Yeah.
We didn't know if we were playing mind games with Fate. I don't know what you were doing. So
I was just eating.
Huh?
I was just eating.
So how do you feel going into this battle, man? 10 categories. How you feeling? He has experience. He has experience with the categories, with a 10 category battle. You don't. So what are your thoughts going in?
Nothing.
Man of many words. All right. So
he hasn't. He's going to tell you he hasn't prepared. He doesn't have to prepare. He's going to tell you that he's the king.
How long are we going to be on here? Because I got something else to do.
It's interesting that he goes about it this route.
No. That's a serious question.
You're right. We don't got to talk about it no more. We can leave right now.
No. Yeah, I got something else to do.
What you got to do, man? What you got to do?
I got to take a shit.
Last meal, last shit. I can dig it.
So, Chink, What is your objective besides winning? Are you trying to go 6-0, or how are you going about this?
I don't have no predetermined objectives or nothing. Right now, I gotta use the bathroom. That's it.
All right, very good.
You know what? Hey,
I think we can let. I think we can let
all right,
go
man.
for that.
We holler at you later.
We'll let him go for that.
All right, Faith.
I was going to tell him to make sure he washes his hand. Then I don't know if he's used to less. We'll see each other soon, very soon.
8:30, man. 8:30. Me and Scott got more sports to talk about. All right, man.
Now it's going to be a good battle. Yeah, well, it's going to be a good battle. Get ready.
This is going to be fun. But
thank both of them for stepping in there. And I think we got a battle Wednesday. Next Wednesday, or we're
actually Black Friday. Next week we got Rock and Derek. This was a battle that was supposed to happen about a couple months ago, but it didn't for whatever reason. Rock had some family things, and so Derek has been waiting to battle Rock for however long, and that's gonna be a good one. So that's gonna be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then on Black Friday, Scotty and I are battling one time for the one time. This is the last time. Well, last time, and we figured, well, tentatively is the last time, but whatever.
A battle I'm excited to see though.
What?
Charles.
Oh yeah. This weekend, Charles and Earn is going to be a good one. That one we might actually stream now. I don't know yet. We may. I think that the trash talking itself will lend someone to want to watch this. Will lead someone to want to watch this. You know what's crazy? They said that the draft was going to start at 7:30 and not near person been drafted yet.
I knew it was going to be draft coverage, but yeah, during the battle, we're going to turn on the draft too.
Absolutely. And so, real quick, we're working on getting back to the studio. Not necessarily getting back to the studio, but getting back to the show how we had it before, where we play music, we do the winner of the week. We'll add other little things like the beat the clock, and then the pregame for the battles. But we're working on getting back to what we're used to. I mean, this has been fun, but I know Scott misses the music. I miss the music.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so yeah, we're gonna do that. But in the meantime, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Just find Off the Record, man, and we're gonna make it happen. I guess I should post the all of that, the OTR brand, Off the Record show on IG, Off the Record on Facebook. But other than that, man, Jim Harbaugh needs to go. The Cowboys need to start Garrett Gilbert instead of Andy Dalton, because they're still in it. As crazy as that sounds, they're still in it.
Give Andy Dalton one more shot.
Okay, but
Gilbert looked out. He looked better than DiNucci or DiNucci or whatever.
DiNucci. You know what's funny? Don't do him like that, man. But I think that it was just something when Garrett Gilbert was. I don't know if it's because they were playing the Steelers, but when Garrett Gilbert was starting, you saw some fight. You saw some juice within the team. You know what I'm saying? They just looked different. And I was like, ride that momentum, because you got some winnable games. You got Minnesota, which is a winnable game. You got Washington, which is a winnable game. You got Cincinnati, which is a winnable game. And I mean, I'm saying, hey, I'm not gonna be like, oh, we're gonna win the division, because you never know. We don't. I mean, it is what it is. But
right now, not as a Dallas Cowboy fan, I feel like Andy Dalton gives you the best opportunity to win. I would at least see at least one more game.
Right.
And if it's not there, then hey, you can't lose anything. But I think right now, I don't know if Andy Dalton necessarily got like a fair shake when he was in there.
We'll see.
It's not a big enough sample size, in my opinion.
I feel that. I just know how we look. I just know how we looked when Andy Dalton was in there, and it was bad. It was.
I need CeeDee Lamb to go back to being the receiver that he was capable of. I need somebody to keep 8 people out the box so Ezekiel Elliott can go off, so I can start winning some more fantasy games, man. I just.
Oh, you kicked my butt last week, but you got me because I kicked your butt in week 1. I was like,
but you know what? I looked up. I said, okay, your Cousins League, you're in first place.
Yeah.
OTR League, I'm in first place, but not. I got some work to do there.
Right.
And then in the my kicker league,
it's not a my kicker league, man. It's my
kind of battling. And then I'm undefeated in the league.
In what league?
My dad league, undefeated, 10-0.
Oh,
really? Yeah. I shouldn't have said anything, but yeah, if I can go undefeated, that'd be first time.
Yeah, because you probably just jinxed yourself like Andy did. And Andy was riding high. He was 4-0, and Tez was 0-4, 1-3. Whatever. Tez was bad. He was bad. And then Andy was like, I got Tez this weekend. He probably gonna kill me for talking about this. He's like, I got Tez this week. He was hyped. Next thing you know, he lost 4 in a row.
Nah. So here's the strange thing about that, and that wasn't even Andy's team. In that particular week, he had all the bottom feeders first, and I had all the top people first. You know what I mean? I had 1 through 3 that where the standings are now, and I'm going right back through 1 through 3. So I started off 0-3. He started off 4-0. And as the season ended up merging and got to those stronger teams, that's what ended up starting to level it off.
On your dad's league, 8 people make the playoffs? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. So all y'all in there.
All right. So, all right, man. So let's get out of here. Get ready for this battle. It's going to be a good one. Tune in at 8:30. And I think that's it, man. It's Off the Record. I'm Anthony Adebayo.
Boy, Scotty B.
We out.
Anthony Adebayo.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes. You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo.